Let's go. Let's go. They're on 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A big play there for Indy. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check safety, check safety.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down now. It's Mack trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 43.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Bryant is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bravo! 50.
Second down and inches. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They will run with Grant. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Man, I got you. Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
Second and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I got you. Put it to him, Jet. Put it to him. Jet,
We're set on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Get ready. Set. Check. Try. 52. Watch 52.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. It's third and long for Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run on first down. Mack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Topper! Let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Hey, foxtrot. 5.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Big gap. 6'6", pull it high. You got tight right there. Go out. Twins. Watch twins. Hey, Haywood. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Target. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
Throwing. Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Come on, boy. You better be running.
First down, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Mack, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I'm coming. I'm coming. 51, Mike.
From the 22, Brissett. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Come on,
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This is Grant. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Now.
2nd and 4. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Set. General West.
Here's Grant. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. When they dialed up that 4th down run, something tells me they didn't envision it hitting all the way up in the end zone.
No, I think you're right about that, but how many times do we witness short yardage runs, stacked defensive front, everyone pressing the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, there's not much help on the backside there.
If you pop through, there's no one back there, and we just witnessed it there. A long sprint to the end zone. Probably looking around wondering, where did everyone go?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Go! Hey, Delta! 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Cut!
2nd and 15. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
On the double. Mike Field. 51. Check pass. Check pass.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score and striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Check, crunch, crunch. Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. To throw, Brissett. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Brissett to throw on first. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. They'll try to run it with Mack. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. Pilot, 64, read. Check out, read. 5.
Right back to him on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep, man up, deep. 58, right over there.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Set up, 90, Wolf.
Good track, good track.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Hey, let's go, let's go. It's time to crack. Here we go. Shoot, watch the shoot. Check 9, check 9. Shot. 51.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Watch time. Tight end right. Four down. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. All day.
Brissett sets to throw it. Campbell making the catch. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's just me and you. That's it. Hey, Mike 52. Go. Check 52's the mic. Here we go, D.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, we got four down.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Returnable for Grant. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. To throw is Brissett. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go back to Grant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Blue draw Corkins.
Record. Mike's 50, Mike.
Fire.
They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
You better be afraid of me.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. That goes for a gain of 31. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Switch. Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey. Snap.
On 1st and goal, Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
61, matchbox lights. Shoot.
They'll try the left side. It's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Under 10.
Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
Get it, boy.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. That throw good for 4. It's second down. He's back to throw. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.